All right, we're gonna shoot for Sunday morning coffee. Let's see where we get with this. All right, so I've got one of my greatest bourbons. It's been around way, way too long, and I can actually show something off that's progress. So we're moving towards the finality. You're just gonna kind of hang out with me as I swing this phone around and show off this and that. But we got this one. All panels bolted on. I'll be ready to pull the wires up through, get everything secured to the core support, inner fenders, whatnot, get the mechanicals reassembled, tightened down. This one will probably go to a local shop that I'm working on a working relationship with. I'll get into that in a second. These other parts, there's that hood, and then try not to move around too horrible quick because it makes me motion sick watching video. Deck lid, doors, and then the fenders. All these parts, including that hood, have been blasted, epoxied, 2K, body worked out. It was minor body work. Reshot with 2K, so they're ready for final primer, or they're ready for final blocking. Final primer's on it. There's some adjustments to do. We're going to do a different hood prop mechanism for the hood and the deck lid. It's for a 78 MGB, which I'm actually fixing to kind of show until I update equipment and really get this operating. So that has been some metal work done, some pushing, pulling, pin pulling. It's pretty straight. So today's Sunday. Friday I put epoxy down. Saturday I put 2K, 3 full wet coats of 2K down on the panels. There's going to be some work done on the passenger quarter because it was pretty bad. I got a lot of pulling done, but it just is. So there's that. Kind of interesting and odd and freakish all at the same time. My situation is this. 2018, when I walked away from my shop, when we lost just everything went sideways and sideways. For the next year, everything just was awful. And then going into 20, it was October of 19, I got this space as just hobby space. I had never intended to operate commercially. I never intended to operate a shop again. And just this last October, I stepped away from the job I was in. And that is a kind of a bitter tale. Not like I'm mad at people or they're probably mad at me, but dream job. Great crew to work with, great place to work for the most part. There's always issues, there's always something, but nothing that I can marketably go, this is what's wrong with those. No. They got a good shop, they got a good crew, they build amazing cars, and I got to be a part of it for a year. Just fabricating. In October, we came to an impasse. Well, September, we came to an impasse. And I needed to leave. So, with everything going on in the world, I decided the best way to control my environment, have control over my environment, and what is introduced and what is not introduced into the environment is operating myself, by myself. And I really was conflicted with that all through October, November, half of December. When I decided, I decided to give an effort and started working on the business early December. but I wasn't totally on board. And I decided this is it. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. Now, how do we make it legit and do it right? Accountant, a good insurance company to work with for all the shop coverages. I don't care about crash bang and getting insurance work, just coverages. Equipment, other shops to facilitate other aspects that I don't want to or cannot facilitate for people in the process of a build. So I started working on all of that, and it's coming together through the course of February. I should have 90% of the pieces in place and have everything pretty well upwardly mobile. Now here where I'm sitting, I've got right about 1,600 feet, and that gives me room for 2 cars and a paint enclosure and all the equipment. And 2 cars is snug, more snug than I'd like, especially if they're classics. I've got almost 1,000 square feet in cold storage out back, and a little garage that's behind me outside, and it works for what it is. It secures stuff. It's reasonable for cold storage. And then I'm looking at, in February, moving into, if you look that's my door into the shop. You go out that, you take a hard left, there's another overhead, and that's almost 1,200 feet. And I'll be moving into that in the next 3 weeks, expanding the shop another 1,200 feet, and that will be body work and metal work. So basically all the messy stuff, it's going to be over there. All of the assembly and maybe some light mechanic work, but primarily for assembly is going to be what this is for. As we power forward, I've got that old girl there that's been here way too long. I'm not going to get into that subject. It's sticky and it's sore and I don't like it. So I'm going to finish it, just like I promised. I lost my entire tail. Promise is a promise. So, on my word, it's getting done. It's getting done well. Moving forward will be a little bit easier once I get that space. I have got 2 ready to go in and get set up and start metal work. I've got some revolving work, doing some builders for a guy, and another just like miscellaneous car lot, just miscellaneous stuff, a bumper, a fender, a rocker here or there, things like that. As I can stabilize that particular plateau, then I'll start reaching out. But it's decided. I'm going. I'm going to reintroduce and re-up the LLC I allowed to lapse some time ago, and get everything straight, get everything right. I'll collect a DBA, a fresh DBA, something that is more representative of me here now, not what was. And we're moving forward. I'll get some new camera equipment, new laptop, so I can edit and do all that fun stuff more easily. I know you can do it on a phone, but it escapes me. So, the heater's loud, by the way. It's older than the hills. With all that, I will continue on. I'll update again. I'll get into the channel here. Like I said, I need to just get a new laptop. I need to get a new camera and some equipment that way. And when I'm able to do that, I'll get into the channel and really start changing things again. But I'm there. I'm moving. I've got goals. They're written. They're being attained. Little steps. And that's the most frustrating part, is watching it come together slowly. But each step I take is firm. Each little building block I put in place is more permanent than what I had built in the past. So that's me. That's us. It's Sunday. You take care.